pandemic where the air virus is out there. You don't want them to get inside. Just hit this button right here. Hit that button. That'd be another video. But anyway, so hit that button right there, and that'll keep the air circulating inside your vehicle, and you don't get outside air, as you can see by the little picture right there. Alright, just for the fun of it, it's a good time. I really think it's a really good time. I think getting a car wash, it can be a good time. So you get that paint all scratched up, because and who knows, there must have been small rocks and stuff that are left over on the brushes. That's what you want, you know. That's what life's about. You want to have small rocks and dirt, probably a small piece of dirt left over on the brushes when they come and they do that round motion all over your paint. That's what you want, because when you get that done to your car, it's like a good massage. It's like a massage that hurts you a little bit, but you survive it. That's the whole point of it. You got to survive it, and once you survive getting chipped, your paint chipped or whatever, that's a good thing, because every once in a while it's good to really take a car beating. Oh my goodness, my car is taking a literal rock and sand and dirt. Well, no sand, but well, it might be sand. Maybe somebody went to the beach and came to the car wash, and then the sand got left over on the brushes. But anyway, that's got a good circular motion to it, don't you think? A nice circular. Now I expect to get rinsed off right now, because as a car, I've been brushed to death right here. Now I'm getting rained on. I'm in like a hurricane weather here. I'm getting everything except small pieces of sticks and trees getting flown at me, so I don't have that. And I gotta say, I'm used to doing this type of work myself, where I go out there and I scrub and rinse all myself, but paying the $7 to get this automatic done, totally probably not worth it, but it's still an enjoyable experience if make a video of it and you guys get to watch it. But up there, it looks like some type of alien planet. And then drive ahead, it says. It's telling me to drive ahead. Drive ahead, drive ahead, drive ahead. Alright, I got some vacuuming action here. It's always good to get a little vacuuming action going on. And you can really be like a fat cat and spend a whole bunch of money on cleaning a car and not care how fast you're going or how much time you're going to waste. But, how much money you're going to waste because you're going slow. But it's good every now and then to just pay $1 and a vacuum runs for a little while. I'm used to saving my own money and vacuuming, taking my time, and I'm still pretty much taking my time here, but spending money. It's a good time vacuuming, getting all the French fries and all the garbage and rocks, mostly rocks from when you're outside and you come in and all the rocks are stuck on your foot. They're stuck up in your foot, your shoes. They attach to the bottom of your shoes, and then they come off. And usually underneath these mats here, it's usually immaculate. Probably a lot of people probably have mats already. And then whenever they sell their car, they just put new mats in, and they have their carpets are brand new. It's probably pretty common. But you get pretty much in your own little world here when you make videos and just kind of exist. Just kind of try to get all this dirt. It's everywhere. Dirt's dirt. It's not going to go anywhere. It's always going to come back. So you can be the cleanest person in the world, but you're still going to go in the dirt in the end, or you'll be cremated. But because I mean, yeah, dirt is essentially dirt. There's no way around it. Dirt's going to be with you. Now I have, this is white powder because it's from your foot. It's foot stuff. The foot stuff is keeps my feet from stinking. I gotta put the talc powder in my shoes every week. Otherwise, it stinks so bad you don't want to smell it. Maybe these smelly feet a week after I get brand new shoes. So I gotta put powder in it. And I think I found a quarter. That's a quarter. So I'm a quarter richer now than I knew. I didn't know that. My value has increased as a human being. My worth. Maybe I can get a girlfriend now that I have another quarter. I'm richer. I mean, it's a little sexist, but you know, I have more worth. I went out. Now, instead of having one spear to kill an animal and come home with a bunch of meat, I have two spears. Got 2 spears, and a lady friend will see me with 2 spears. You know, I got a quarter, so that's the equivalent of another spear. And wow, he can go out there and hunt for me. He can go out there and get some more meat for me to eat and to feed our offspring. But we're really getting this vacuumed in here, and really good. Bigly good. I don't know what's under here, so I don't want to vacuum too much, but we're really, that's a good $1. I mean, it's still going. It's got the car still running too, but that's a good $1. This $1 has went a long way so far. I'm really impressed with how far this $1 has went, and kind of shooting the crap here, and trying to just talk a lot. And this is a big plastic mat. This is for like wet shoes and stuff. I'm gonna leave it. I took the one out over here. It's just the normal mat. This vacuum's gonna go on forever. This is a long vacuum. This is well worth my $1. Wow. It's not a very good vacuum, but it's you know, it's kind of doing its thing. It's still really dirty. You can see how dirty it is still. But better than it was, right? It's a very good thing to go out and have your nuggies. Mom, where's my nuggets? You ever see that video? It's only like a minute or two long, but it has that frog. What's the frog's name? Somebody help me in the comments or whatever, please. What's the frog's name? And then it's the frog. The character is the frog. It's supposed to be like I don't know, a man child. I don't know, or just a teenager, or a guy in his 20s or 30s. Could be a girl too, but it's more than likely a guy. I guess he still lives at his parents' house, and he's wanting his chicken nuggets. He's like, I want my chicken nuggets. And then the mom walks over, and she has a big old black. She has a big old black eye. It's a big old frown, and well, before that, it shows on the fridge that he gets good boy points. He lives at home. He gets good boy points for doing chores and just being a good boy. Even though he's probably like 25, 26, maybe 30, 35, 36. But anyway, person still lives at home and getting good boy points, and so it has like tally marks on the refrigerator of like how many good boy points. And so the frog, he wakes up, doesn't have a job or anything really, just waking up and to get on the computer, and it's like a caricature of art imitating life imitating art, vice versa. And So he's like, "Where's my nuggets? Where's my nuggies? Mom, go to the store and give me some nuggies. I'm hungry." He's like, "Oh," he shows his stomach gurgling. "I'm hungry." And so the mom comes in. She has a big old black eye. I don't know what the black eye is all about. I don't know if she just is like a stress. I think it's supposed to emphasize the mom being stressed. She's so stressed and has such a hard life to make money, to put a roof over her and her kid's head, and to pay all the bills. And is really struggling and might have like an abusive relationship, or whatever. Or maybe the frog is to her. But anyway, she loves her son no matter what, and will always feed him because she loves him. Says, "I love you no matter what." So she goes out, and then she comes back, and it's like all those different chicken nuggets and all these different nuggies from all these different fast food restaurants, and he's happy and he's eating it. It's been a while since I've seen this video. It's got millions of views. It's a great video. The editing's great, and it tells a great story in just like a minute or two, and it captures, a reality for a lot of people. I don't live at home, but there's certain aspects of it that resonate with the male, like with us or whatever. And it's like, I'm hungry. Where's my nuggies? And it could be your wife or whatever. It could be your wife could have to go out to the store. Hey, you need to call her up. Hey, can you pick up some food on the way home? Or how the girlfriend or wife's always getting food and bringing it back. Just a stereotypical, traditional way of things are. But anyway, I just wanted to. That's one story. And we'll try to tell us this next story. This is story time. It's probably my bonus part of my video where I just talk and people watch this crap. People like hearing people talk. But anyway, so this is okay. The story. There is a photographer and a photo editor. Whatever the job is, it doesn't really matter. So the photographer has all these photos, I don't know, hundreds of photos, and the photographer wants a job done, a photo editing job or whatever. So the photographer hires a editor, and the photo editor has two piles. Like the photographer brings all the photos to the editor. The editor sorts the piles out. One pile is, and he's a good photo editor, like one of the best. And he sorts out, one pile is all the great photos that are really good photos in the editor's point of view. And mind you, he's a very well reputation and just great photographer, has a great eye. So sorts one pile, and it's a big pile. The photographer is good too. Photographer goes out, and there's this one picture that doesn't make the cut, and it's a picture of an unremarkable mountain. It's just a mountain. It's got snow on it. It's just a mountain, and there's nothing remarkable about the mountain. So the editor, it doesn't go along with the rest of the photos or whatever it is. So he just throws it out. He puts in the pile that will not be part of the collage or whatever that they're making. And so that's one job that's done. And the photographer, I don't know, weeks, months, years, he goes to the same editor, and it must be like a type of job where, that's the first time he went to him, and the job gets done, whatever, and he has great results or whatever project he wanted done. But the photographer, the second time he goes to the same editor, he gives him all the photos, and the editor is sorting through the photos, and he sees the same photo. It's the same photo of the mountain, and he already tossed it out once before, but the photographer keeps bringing this photo, And this happens like three, four, five, about 4 times. There's a lot of photos, so eventually the editor catches on about the 3rd or 4th time. He might pass it off the 2nd time or 3rd, but by the 4th and 5th time, the editor, he goes to the photographer with the picture saying, "Hey, why do you keep submitting, giving me this photo of this unremarkable mountain? There's nothing. It doesn't go along with your project, and it's not. There's nothing great about it." And what the photographer says is, "I climbed a mountain beside it. There was a mountain beside it, and I spent all this time. It took a lot of planning and preparation and just going up this mountain. It took a lot of time and effort, And I climbed to this mountain, and I took a picture of, once I got to the top, the summit, I took a picture of the mountain beside it, and it was a way of me showing that it was just hey, look, I made the top of this mountain, and I took a picture. This is my award. This is me showing my award. Just a way, just to tell myself, hey, look, I climbed this mountain. I spent all this time and effort, and here's the photo." So the point of the story is the sunk cost fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy. It's where you put all your effort into something, and you want something to be shown for it. You want to have you want to have something to show for it. It could be like a relationship, or you can put all this time into it, and it keep breaking up, getting back together, but you spent all this time and energy in it, so you want it to work because you're spending so much time and energy doing it. You want it to work, and it's a sunk cost fallacy. It's not wanting to lose. It's not wanting to lose. I thought that was a good story about the photographer and the editor and the mountain. And I got this from a channel that I watch on here. It's I don't want to say the channel outright, but it's one of those red pilled channels. Just a guy, and I think the country is Chile, but he's pretty good. Pretty good. He's well spoken, articulate, and some of the things is kind of I don't really agree with that. But why do you want to agree with everything somebody says? I mean, but it really resonates because you really don't have many male role models going through the education system. You might get lucky and have them. It just is so variable and individualized that we have different experiences, but you really don't have these dad talks with people that don't have that types of relationships throughout their lives, and there's a lot of people that are like that, and you don't want to continue the cycle, so you try to better yourself, try to do good, try to be better than what came before you. And even though it's kind of what's the Vulcan word? Vulcan. It's futile. Well, not futile. Is it Vulcan? It's futile. Even though it may be futile to do so, but you can change a lot because there's a lot of variables. You can assemble a molecule. You can assemble a human being. You can assemble reality in an infinite way. So now I gotta find what I want to do this video on, so I can have 20 seconds of, car knowledge, and then 10 plus minutes of me showing you my dried out lip. My lip's always dried like that. Just talking nonsense, just enjoying the nice, so nice. Let me show you this. It's so nice today. Look at it's blue. See that? That's blue. It's so nice. I hardly ever use the, only when I'm feeling crazy, I open this up and let the air just roll in. Alright. Alright, we're in the trunk now. This is the trunk space. A lot of stuff back here, a lot of dirt. And, gotta vacuum it all, Gotta really get a vacuum in. This is how you vacuum a Toyota RAV4. You just go on out, and I got all lucked out and I got a vacuum that lasts forever. This might be a forever vacuum. We're going about 5 minutes here, and we're really getting stuff vacuumed here. I never vacuumed so much in my life. Getting plastic stuff here. I don't know what that is. And there's grass. We're just going to vacuum like we've never vacuumed before. Like I said, I'm getting a workout here. This is pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is an unbelievable vacuum job. But it's still pretty dirty. The vacuum's not very good. But you'll have that. Look, I can even vacuum this water here. Vacuum that water right up. Alright. Okay, welcome to another Matthumanpizza video. The security light is right here. And it lets you know that your car has a security system installed, and that's what that light means. That's what the security light means. Well, that's where it's at. That's where the security light is on a RAV4, and it's right here. You have your steering wheel, and then you go here, and that's on because the door is open. I got the door. The door is ajar. It is open, and since the door is open, I'm going to close it here. I closed it, and it's still blinking. And then I'm going to turn the car on. And then it went away. It might have went away before I turned the car on. Turn off the radio because I don't want music playing. And that's that. That's where the security indicator is. It's right there. So that's where it's at, right next to your engine start stop. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. I have the airflow inside the vehicle, so the airflow is not coming in. And that's another thing. If in this in some type of, okay, what a deal that was. Wow. I got all kinds of vacuuming done. Wow. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of this. That was $7 for the wash, rinse, and $1 for the vacuum. So $8 to get my interior cleaner than it's been in years. Well, cleaner than the last time I manually washed it and everything, and vacuumed the inside, which was probably 6+ months ago. So it's been clean. It's been cleaner. It's been a while since I vacuumed, because last time I usually take a house vacuum and run the extension cord outside. It's been a long time vacuuming out, but I mean, how clean do you really want it to get it? I mean, because how clean is too clean? I mean, do I want to take off? I'm always talking about atoms and molecules, particles. It's just my thing, you know. how clean can you get it? I mean, I can't take, you know, you have the first or second law of nature of Newton's law or whatever, where, well, no, it's like a law of pressure where all the atoms can't congregate in one area. It just doesn't work that way. You can't just have a whole bunch of oxygen molecules decide to bunch up on the corner of a room and then you're left with a vacuum. Things don't work like that. But so you have to be mindful of physics and the way things are. And I'm gonna, yeah, that's a good spot. I'm gonna do some walking. Alright. Do some walking here. I don't know if I need a jacket or not. I might need a jacket. Jackets are always good to wear. So you got my wallet. This is your three things. You need a wallet. Wallet's in my pocket here. And then kinetic sand. I don't need kinetic sand with me, so I got a wallet. And then my other pocket, I got my keys. I just dropped some change, and then my phone, which I'm holding right now. And make sure the car is off. I always have to listen for it and listen to the engine and look at it. And bring a drink with me. It's good to have a drink. And I wish I had a microphone, or not a microphone, but my earplugs to listen to music, but I'm not going to be listening to any music because I'm going to be making a video right now. And I don't want, I'd have to get a earpiece from home to listen to music while I walk. Listen to music while you walk is great, but talking is just as good. Well, almost as good. I'm gonna lock the car up, which I hardly ever do. So what I did was I hit that button. If you saw that, I hit it twice, and I make sure I have my key and check my wallet, check my pocket. So there I go for a walk, and I have a mask on, so I got the mask, so that'll protect me from viruses out there. But it's good to walk around and catch some sun and just feel better, you know. Get out and about. You got free time is the devil. You don't want to be subject to too much free time, which I am. But it's good to go walking and talking and having a smartphone. Sorry, that you have to look up my nose, but I'm just holding the phone in front of me and talking. And, having a smartphone has HD capabilities, and I don't want to talk about that. I got my socializing by phone in today, an hour and a half talking on the phone, because it's Mother's Day. Calling my mom up and say happy Mother's Day. Thanks for birthing me into this grand world. The world's too big and the universe is much too big. But anyway, thanks for putting me in this world. And well, I don't even say that. I mean, it's kind of weird to say that. Thanks for birthing me. But thanks for the struggle of existence. But anyway, so they're still working on this mall. There's a mall which is like a 1980s, 90s was the high time of the American Mall. That's when the American Mall had the arcades, people had the food courts. They still have the food court, and they still have arcades too, but they're not as big. And people would go there and have a great time. Now it's social media, and it's awful. It's so awful. Social media. That's why this works so much. This is social media too. This is YouTube. It's good. It's great, but it's a double-edged sword. It's also awful. People just live on it. I live on it. Other people live on it. You miss that social connection. People going to the mall and just physically being there with people. It's great. But now we have the whole epidemic going on with viruses and a whole bunch of stuff. It's unreal. But it's really nice out here. See how nice it is. See the blue sky? Drinking my McDonald's, and it's not a sponsor. I watch where I walk. There's glass. Jeez, they really going to town with this mall, trying to restore it. Or they poured a bunch of money into it, and it still won't work out. You can, if it had 20 fast food giants and Walmart, if you put a Walmart in there, even though there's a Walmart about 1,000 feet from here, I don't know if about 1,000 feet, this would still work out. If you have two Walmarts, you'll be Walmart, just they rule the world. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. The video is about nothing. It's a bonus video. I'm walking, getting some fresh air. Get a partner, a girlfriend, or whatever. That's always how difficult it is. It's just finding the right one, how much do you want to have fun? How much do you want to not have fun? How much can you tolerate one another? A lot goes into it. Especially after you have kids, after you've reproduced already. You've already did the whole show. You've already made kids, and you already went through those big milestones. You have a lot more milestones to go. Jeez. You want to do that all over somebody else? I mean, jeez. Is that what it's all about? Just have a billion families? Just keep reproducing and oh look, Arby's sign. It's the Arby's sign. Look at there's all kind of stuff on here. I'm walking around this fenced-in area here, and there's all kind of stuff here, and cool stuff, A bunch of pipes, and we're doing all kind of work here. Give a little view here. I'm doing some work here. You can be like, oh, where do I go? I mean, we know where's he at? Oh my goodness! I'm not that big of a YouTuber, I don't plan on being famous. People try to track me down. Oh, they're going to track me down. They come track me down. Hang out with me, geez. I could use the company. Just hang out with me and shoot the crap. I can't cuss on here. I can follow those rules. No big deal. You just use other words, crap, poop, shoot the poop, Just use other words. You know what I mean. When I say what the, fill in the blank, It's like buying a CD that has, it's edited. You know what the words are. And it's actually kind of funny when they put in different words to substitute for the cuss words. It actually kind of makes it comical. It might take away from the message, and the message being that whenever you cuss, you're emphasizing, you're putting it, it's like an exclamation point. You're emphasizing a particular point or a particular part of the song, but there's a cool sign. Look at that. Yeah, dollar. Believe that? That's how important money is. You got big letters that spell it, dollar. But I gotta watch where I'm walking. I don't want to get ran over. But that's how important money is in the world. You got entire places that are called dollar. An entire business, a multi-million-dollar business, I would assume, with the word dollar in it. Ain't that something? You sell something for $1 and it ends up making you millions. I don't know the whole. That's a good business model. Like selling water. Water of all things. What a great business opportunity. Back in the 80s and 90s, whenever they started bottling up water from the fresh water. And just, I don't know if I can walk here. Yeah, I can. Okay. Just bottling up the water and selling it. It's a good time. A lot of gravel here. They're going to redo this lot. Walking into some people here. So anyway, it's a good walk. It's good to feel that sun. It was freezing in May the other day. It snowed. It snowed in May. I know about snow in April, but not May. It was the beginning of May, but still, wow. So yep. Now it's warm. 60, mid 60s. Feels good. All right, well, welcome back to the walking marathon. Look at that. Welcome back to the walking marathon here, where we walk and talk, and I talk a bunch of nonsense, and I try to articulate. It's been a while since I've been to the dentist. It's been probably maybe 6 months. I don't know. I need to go back. Probably get a cavity by the time I get back. I can only keep up with my teeth for so long. And I'm almost to the point where I can afford to put in a couple of new teeth in there. So just drill them in. Drill those suckers in. I can almost afford that. I just have to keep on keeping on. And for right now, I'm just worried about getting ran over here and walking in the parking lot. But in the future, anyway, we're back and we're talking and walking around. They sell mulch. I don't need to buy mulch or anything like that right now. I'm renting, and I guess I could get some mulch for my house, but I'm renting. It's a different story. All right, welcome back to another Matthumanpizza video. We're in this video right here. We're going to be talking about, I don't know, whatever I can think of. I'm holding the camera up here on the steering wheel, and trying to think of what to talk about here. We can talk about small businesses failing and then new ones spring back up. We'll talk about car stuff. The security blight. It's best to leave your car unlocked. That's something new I've learned. I should have learned it a long time ago. Because I've had my car, I've always locked it up, and then one time someone busted through the window to steal a GPS, $30 GPS that was in here, which the woman I was with at the time, she drove. She shouldn't have left it in the vehicle, but that's playing the blame game. But even still, she left. She parked the car in the back part of the parking lot where you can't see it. And criminal activity took place, and someone busted through the window and stole the GPS. But we called the insurance place up, and they came and replaced the window. I mean, we lost out on the GPS. It was cheap, Garmin $30-40 thing. But the insurance people sent window people, and that was the second time I've had a vehicle, the glass busted out. The first time they just fixed it wherever you're at, which is awesome, free of charge. First time someone threw a 40 of alcohol. They threw it through the back of my window in my Dodge Neon and busted it out, all because I called them a bunch of names the night before because they had their television extremely loud downstairs. It was extremely loud, and I knocked on the door and told them to turn it down, please, and yada yada yada. And then I ended up saying a bunch of words that I really shouldn't have. And then the next morning, I found a 40 was busted through the back of my window, and all the glass was busted out. So they threw it through the back window at such a high velocity because the back window on a car, a Dodge Neon, it's like tilted. So now that I think about it, maybe they smashed it in with something else and chucked a 40 in there. I don't know. Luckily, it wasn't a Molotov cocktail, but wouldn't have been something. If I was in a different country, that's what it would have been. But that would have been like arson or whatever. That would have been much. But I called the cops and they showed up, and they didn't do anything. It wasn't a big enough crime to take fingerprints or nothing like that. So I was working at a fast food place at the time, and they came. I was working, and the people that fixed the car, they came and put new window glass in my car and fixed it. And afterwards, I still had a little piece of glass throughout the car that they didn't get. The people that cleaned it up, and I mean, it happened. It got fixed. And then those people actually moved out that week. They got the heck out of there, and they moved out. And so then I started paying extra to park my car in a garage that the landlord at the time owned. And so I parked in there. And then now, much years later, maybe even a decade later now, that the apartment, it still exists there under different ownership, but the place I parked the car at, inside the garages after the event happened to safely store my car, those garages aren't even there anymore, which is, it's not even important, but just the fact, they're not there. I used to park, it was like $50 extra on the rent for the last few months that I lived there, and, it's pretty neat. They're not there anymore. You see a structure and you use a structure, and then years later the structure is gone, and then you drive by it. It's different. Things change, but things change gradually. They sneak up on you, and things really do sneak up on you. You can try to predict, and you can try to, but you have other people. You got 7.8 billion other people thinking and predicting too. You got billions of other people predicting and thinking and doing the same thing. So it's competition, and it's also symbiotic relationships. And some people thrive on symbiosis, working together, and other people thrive on antagonism and working against you and fighting. So then you have people that are in the middle, like neutrality, doing some neutral stuff. Some people manage to stay out of all of it. Some places you work at, depends on how you look, depends on your attitude, depends on your work, everything. How much can you tolerate? How much can they tolerate from you? And how old you are, what you look like, what orientation you are, just everything. But anyway, getting off topic. So the topic was, I'm not sure anymore. But anyway, so just making a long video here. Maybe this will be one big old video. Maybe this will be my half-hour video of just complete and absolute nonsense, where I have some facts in there and I have some, nuggets of nuggies of information that could be good, and strewn throughout is like a bucket of jelly. It's like you want your peanut butter. You ask for a peanut butter sandwich, but you get peanut butter and jelly, so you have to, eat the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, because it's really hard to unmix the peanut butter and jelly once you mix it together. You know what I'm saying? But that's that, and it's really nice. That's all I want to say about all that. Have a great day.